All right, let's be honest. You have something important to do right now, don't you? A paper to write? A work deadline creeping up on you? Maybe a mountain of laundry that has slowly transformed into a second bed? But instead, here you are, watching a video about procrastination. The irony is beautiful. Wait, don't leave just yet. I promise, these next few minutes will be the most productive procrastination you've done all day. And guess what? You're not alone. Studies show that about 20% of people are chronic procrastinators, which means they're constantly avoiding important tasks by doing, well, absolutely nothing. Or worse, convincing themselves that future me will magically become productive. Newsflash, future you is just as lazy as present you. But why do we procrastinate? Why do we put off things we know we should be doing? More importantly, how do we stop? Today, we're diving into the science of procrastination and giving you a 3-step foolproof method to stop delaying, start working, and finally beat the monster of procrastination. So, before you procrastinate watching this video too, let's begin. Let's get one thing straight. Procrastination is not just laziness. If it were just about being lazy, you wouldn't feel guilty about avoiding work. But you do feel guilty, because deep down, you want to be productive. Your brain just doesn't cooperate. Your brain is like a toddler that only cares about instant gratification. When faced with a boring but important task, like writing an essay, your brain looks around and goes, "Ooh, look, a YouTube video about the history of ducks." And before you know it, 3 hours have passed, and you've somehow ended up watching conspiracy theories about how pigeons are government spies. Why do we do this? Because our brains crave dopamine. Dopamine equals the feel-good chemical. It's released when you do something fun, like scrolling TikTok, watching Netflix, or eating a whole pizza by yourself at 2 a.m. But when you think about a task that requires effort, your brain doesn't see immediate rewards, so it chooses the easier, more enjoyable option instead. This is why you'll clean your entire house before starting an assignment. Cleaning feels productive, but it's really just procrastination in disguise. The "I'll do it tomorrow" lie. You tell yourself, "Hey, I'll have more energy tomorrow. I'll start fresh in the morning." Spoiler alert, tomorrow you is just as unmotivated as today you, and this cycle continues until the deadline is so close that fear finally kicks in. The real reasons we procrastinate. 1. Fear of failure. If I never start, I can't fail. 2. Perfectionism. If it's not perfect, I shouldn't even try. 3. Feeling overwhelmed. This is too big. I don't know where to begin. Sound familiar? Yeah, same. But don't worry, we can hack our brains to stop procrastinating. How? With 3 simple tricks. Let's go. All right, now that we know why we procrastinate, let's talk about how to actually stop. We're not going to rely on motivation, because let's be real, motivation is about as unreliable as a Wi-Fi signal during a storm. Instead, we're going to trick our brains into getting things done with these 3 procrastination-proof strategies. Step 1. Eat an elephant. Break tasks into small steps. Metaphor explanation. How do you eat an elephant? 1 bite at a time. Wait, don't panic. We're not actually eating elephants here. It's a metaphor. No elephants were harmed in the making of this video. This simply means that big, overwhelming tasks are much easier to handle when you break them down into smaller, bite-sized pieces. Breaking big tasks into smaller chunks. One of the biggest reasons we procrastinate. Overwhelm. Your brain looks at a massive project, like a 10-page paper or cleaning your entire house, and freezes. It thinks, "This is too much. Let's just do nothing instead." So instead of thinking, "I have to write an entire essay," break it down. Research for 30 minutes. Write 200 words. Take a 10-minute break. Repeat. Boom. Suddenly writing an essay doesn't seem so bad anymore. It's like climbing a mountain, 1 step at a time instead of trying to jump straight to the top. The reward system. Trick your brain. Here's a hack. Your brain loves rewards. If you pair small tasks with small rewards, your brain starts associating work with pleasure instead of pain. Write 200 words, eat a cookie, finish a math problem, watch 5 minutes of a funny video, study for an hour, take a guilt-free nap. Example: treat yourself like a dog. Do a trick, aka finish a task, and get a treat, aka a reward. Positive reinforcement works, people. The more you reward progress, the less painful it feels to get started. Step 2. Pick out the itsy-bitsy goblin. Start with the easiest part. Why getting started is the hardest part. Ever notice that the hardest part of anything is just starting? Once you actually begin, you realize it's not that bad. But before that,